We still have the heat wave continuing over the northeastern areas and set to persist again on Wednesday. And over the western areas, we have another cold front which is yet to hit the western parts of the country. Now, the winter season this year has been fairly good for the Western Cape, and we've seen really good rains falling and dam levels steadily rising. And I have here some figures comparing what the dam levels have been over the past 5 years. And this is 2014, which was quite an impressive year for the Western Cape. Dam levels got to around 100%, but from 2014 through 2015, we started to see the rains declining, and the worst year was 2017 when dam levels only got to 37.5% this week in the month of September. Now, yesterday, the 17th of September, the dam levels in the Western Cape that supply Cape Town got to around 70%, and it looks like we are still going to be seeing more rain, so we expect these dams to continue filling up. Now, we have two cold fronts that are going to be sweeping over the Western Cape tonight as well as through Wednesday. And tonight, this cold front is going to maintain cloud and rainy weather for much of the Western Cape, spreading the wet weather into the Eastern Cape. We stayed with cloud-free skies and hot afternoon temperatures throughout Tuesday over the eastern half of the country, with heat wave conditions persisting in Gauteng, parts of Limpopo and the northwest. Now, temperatures this afternoon shot to around 44 degrees for Skukuza, and we also had highs in the lower 40s for the eastern areas of the Limpopo province. Lephalale making it to 39. It was fairly manageable in Gauteng, but sizzling hot for Pretoria with a high of 36, 37 around Rustenburg. Now, here's what you can expect for your Tuesday evening. We are going to stay with this cold front, maintaining wet weather across much of the Western Cape, spreading the rain into the western sections of the Eastern Cape as we get into Wednesday morning. Then on Wednesday morning, we are going to have a bit of drizzle along the KwaZulu-Natal coastal areas and the adjacent interior. It's going to be mild over the eastern provinces, but another cold morning is forecast for the central and western areas. And here's the other cold front I mentioned earlier. It's going to hit the southwestern areas around sunrise, maintaining cloudy, rainy and chilly conditions for much of the Western Cape throughout Wednesday. For the rest of the country, it's going to stay sunny, but another very hot day is forecast for the eastern parts of the country, especially over Limpopo, Gauteng and Mpumalanga and the northeastern areas of KwaZulu-Natal. Then in the evening, we will see rainy weather setting in over much of KwaZulu-Natal and also over parts of the Eastern Cape. Tonight, we are going to have dry conditions for the bulk of South Africa, but up to 60% chance of rain is forecast for the western half of the Western Cape and also over parts of the South Coast. We are going to have the winds over the western sections dying down as we go through the evening, leaving us with a mostly calm night across much of South Africa, but it will be rather breezy for the west and the south coast. Then as we go through Wednesday, we are expecting strong winds to spread from the south coast into the Eastern Cape coastal areas. It's also going to be pretty windy for much of western, central and eastern South Africa, including around Gauteng and the Mpumalanga province. Now, tonight it's going to be rather mild for the eastern section, with a minimum of 18 expected on Wednesday morning from Mbombela, Pretoria. We'll see a low temperature of 16, fairly warm for the KwaZulu-Natal coastal areas, Richards Bay with a minimum of around 20 degrees, but it will be chilly for the western sections with overnight temperatures dropping way into the single digits for the interior. Cape Town will see a minimum of around 12 degrees. Then on Thursday, it's going to be dry and cool to mild for the western areas, but a cloudy, rainy and chilly day is forecast for KwaZulu-Natal and parts of Mpumalanga. It's going to stay pretty warm for much of Gauteng. We end the work week with sunny skies over the southwestern areas, isolated thunderstorms for the eastern areas of the Northern Cape, parts of the Free State and KwaZulu-Natal. Gauteng will stay dry with Pretoria warming to 30 degrees.